Welcome back to Live About Nothing. We're talking about expensive social topics. Today we're talking about cults, which is why we had this little spooky opener. If you didn't hear spooky opener, that means you're watching this on YouTube, and I had to cut that out because it is copyrighted. But if you listen to us on any of your favorite podcasting sites, which is where we are, and you've heard the spooky X-Files theme. Now, if you ever watched that or the Twilight Zone, like I was telling the guys earlier, Ed likes to watch the black and white ones. They're actually pretty interesting.
They're great.
They're good stories.
Very good.
They're very, very good stories. But it's going to get spooky today. It's going to get conspiratorial, though, for sure.
Cult.
I don't know about spirit or spooky.
Cultish.
It's very cultish.
Mm-hmm.
You can be part of our cult if you follow us at A Lot About Pod on all your social medias and or on YouTube.
That's true. If you ring the notification bell, the spaceship will come pick us up and take us to Jupiter.
Exactly. And we won't get stupider. We'll just meet Martians.
We'll serve punch.
Ironic.
Yep.
And we'll serve punch. And we're drinking water, sustenance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Drinking it from the bottle like Neanderthals, but it's okay.
Yes, water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I actually do have water.
Water. It's water.
Water.
Come on. Dylan, how are you doing? Notice a crucial piece of the puzzle is missing today.
Crucial.
A piece.
Yes, Trey has joined a cult, which is why why he's not here and why we're having this episode.
Yeah. Trey's not here. He joined the cult. They lured him over. All you have to do with Trey is go and they'll bring him in because that's his favorite thing to do.
Riker, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, brother. Doing excellent. Ready to talk about some weird cults.
In the mic, Riker. In the mic. Closer, bud.
That's true.
You see how you sound better?
I do.
All right.
I'm just excited to talk about some cults.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Victorino. How's
Hello.
Vegas?
Hey, I'm back. Sorry I was gone.
It happens. It's life.
I was on a business trip to Vegas. One of our biggest, the biggest expo we have every year. So it was fantastic.
I like it.
It was quite successful. Picked up a lot of good clients, potential clients. And your boy made some money because it's Vegas.
I know you did, big dog. Money back Vic. I don't call you money for nothing. I know what it is.
So, quick story short.
Okay.
We did the owner of the companies came, and we had a team dinner. Everyone there.
At the Luxor.
No, we were at the Wynn.
Oh, my bad.
Even nicer.
Whoa. My bad. Not the minimal Luxor. Yeah, go ahead.
And then after dinner, the owner was like, all right, impromptu blackjack tournament.
Interesting.
So there's not 10 of us.
Right.
And he took out his stacks, bro. And he's like 200 each.
He just gave y'all 200 each?
200 each. We got 2 tables. We got to the tables. He just laid 200 each on each seat.
Yeah.
He's like, last one standing keeps their chips and gets 500 on top.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
And
I'm okay at blackjack.
Your boy
Cleaned up. Yeah.
Damn, son.
Easy.
Yeah.
So
simple, bro.
I got paid to go to Vegas, and then I made even more
money. Yeah. Victor's pledged 4 new mics for our podcast, and he's going to, upgrade us from the bottom to the top because he's a money bag Vic.
How much are the mics?
I think they're like 180 each.
I might
on
make
sale.
I might make a donation.
On sale.
I'm also working on getting myself a raise. So
samesies, actually.
There we go.
I'm also in line for a position change, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know when that's coming, but it is all guaranteed to me.
Nice.
So, yeah. I'm happy about that. But I was just telling Victor, I got Shell do my taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if I get most of my money back, I will upgrade. I am already thinking of the camera I want to buy. I think the other one I want to buy comes out in December. So I'm gonna have to.
You got time to save.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the FX3
this year. Japan.
This year, boys.
This year.
This year for sure.
Word. Is it open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're letting Gaijins back in now.
None of those normies back in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why not?
This year
Japan.
for sure.
This year Japan for sure. We'll see.
Hey man, I got my money saved up. I'm ready to go. So
We'll see.
we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I
But
got
yeah.
the PTO.
Yeah, same man. We all do.
I got the PTO. You know what? Not to say that. My coworker who traveled to Turkey here recently, he put me onto this website that has like packages where you pay. I don't know. I think it was like $1,800. Like depending on what the group of people that comes with you, depends on how little you pay. So
Right.
they'll book your hotel, like your flight, your transportation, everything.
Oh, that reminds me. Any of you all have any travel agent friends?
Travel agent? No. I wish.
Yeah,
I
that's one.
wish. Yeah.
That's one friend I want to make.
Me
Yeah.
too. I would
That'd
love
be
a
ideal,
travel
man.
agent.
Because
friend.
they can save you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Facts. They know the ins and outs of some things.
Yeah, but
I'm a normie. I got to pay full price.
got back last Friday night at like 11:30
Mm-hmm.
at Miami Airport,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to get back home like hour 20 minutes. And then Saturday played a tournament and won.
Mm-hmm.
Easily.
Extra a little more money in my pocket.
Winning in life, huh?
And then I pissed it all away.
Yeah.
Because we went to Salt,
We went to South.
drank a bunch. And then while Crest retired,
Yeah.
me and the young Nicholas, shout out to Nick,
Mm-hmm.
we went to, shout out to Chris and Josh as well for
Yeah.
accompanying us.
Yeah. Oh, they went? Oh, good
We
shit.
went to Spearmint Rhino and got home at like 5:30 in the morning.
Poor Nick.
Oh, that boy got fleeced.
Oh, God.
That boy got double teamed.
Oh, dude, I believe it, man. He's got the fresh face.
Yeah, he looks like a youngin.
He is a youngin.
Yeah.
He looks like a youngin. Yeah.
I tried to impass to him the wisdom on the car ride over, but
He did.
he was listening, but it was too much information for him to catch it. So.
I see.
Yes.
Damn, unfortunate.
Chris, how are you?
Listen, man, we're gonna go back to Salt 7. My birthday's coming up, yo.
Let's go! Shit!
Oh my God.
Is it the Dirty 30?
It is indeed the clean
Oh,
30.
join the club.
My bad. Claps for me. Claps for me. And they say it's your golden year. 30, I'm feeling 30 under 30th.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
That's how auspicious.
Yeah, very auspicious. It's called the golden year. I don't know why it is, but I get it.
I thought your golden years were your 50s.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know.
I have 50.
I mean-
Parkinson's, bro. That shit's gonna suck.
I have I have no idea what I want to do, but I know it's gonna end up at Salt 7.
For sure.
Yeah, because we actually met the general manager of Salt,
Miles.
Mhm.
Miles. Shout out to Miles,
Shout out to Miles.
who listens to this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
which
Will be on a future episode.
Will has agreed to be on a future episode. I'm very surprised they listen to the podcast. Now I know we had Polychron on here.
Young Polly.
Young Polly was on here a couple episodes ago. Was that last episode? That might have been last episode. We had Young Polly here, and I know he works over there, so we might have put him on.
That's
And
what
he
happened.
came
Yeah,
up.
he was telling me.
I never thought that would happen. Someone come up to be like, "Hey, listen to you."
That's what happens, man. He was like,
wow.
Felt
we were
good, right?
talking- We were
Yeah,
talking
it
about
felt
Marvel, come listen to
affirming.
the podcast.
It felt affirming, only because someone left a comment. Someone left a comment on one of our YouTube videos, and I think we have like over 100 episodes, and we have very low views on the YouTube. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "You have over 100 this, and you only getting this many views." And he's like, "You're doing something wrong on social media. What's the point?" And I'm like, "Whoa, we're open to suggestions, bud. You're just gonna be a dickhead.
Yeah, where's the constructive
What's the
criticism?
constructive criticism?" Yeah. Also, it's a lot of fucking work. So it is what it is. But having Miles come up to me and tell me that felt really cool. Yeah. Might have been some of the drinks, but also,
I mean,
I
we
was
did
very
have, I
appreciative.
mean, right off the bat, I was like, yo, shots.
yeah. Which was very auspicious of you.
It's like, I got your first round, kid. Listen, bro, I was feeling myself.
I see. I saw the shirt you had on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that little number. you should have seen my man shirt. It's like a golden.
No, he's seen it before.
Oh, is that the corduroy one?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Shit hard.
Or no, but like it's got like the ribbed velour or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit's nice.
Very nice.
Very
Unbeknownst to
fly.
our viewers, Victor can dress.
Yeah, I always show up here like
Yeah.
a bum, but that's
Yeah.
because I want to be comfortable.
Right. After me, Victor's second in line.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Damn.
But I also come
last.
here looking like a bum.
I'm pretty sure you dress better than Trey, dog.
Oh, no,
Well,
you dress better than Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
100%. Not even close, to be honest with you.
I'll take it.
That man doesn't even button his like top button. We shit on Trey because we always do when he's gone. But he's gone for a reason. We're actually at his house. It's just me. I have to take care of the house because he's gone. He's my cousin. Technically cousin-in-law.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so I take care of the house when the family's gone.
Yeah, but I can't wait to go back to Salt.
Oh, yeah.
It's peeping.
You saw a little something? You saw a little something? I got to give me a little number for Salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I got it. If I got the right shirt in the closet, I might have to go to Target.
Yo, Target is flame, dog.
Come on, man.
They got
That's my
some good
go-to.
shit.
Yeah, I might have to go to Target, pick up a little something. And I got to get a haircut tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah. Get a haircut tomorrow. Get a massage on Friday.
So what you playing? Like Saturday night? You trying to
Yeah.
ride up?
Yeah. Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah, because I took Monday off. What?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, you got the thing.
This is a sign.
It's a sign for y'all.
Our boy-
I'm not going to use my fucking PTO for that.
But the problem is last year I didn't get a chance to use all my PTO. I still had days left over.
Can you recoup that?
No.
No,
You're gonna lose it.
not anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
never. Yeah,
When I
use all my shit.
when I first started, it rolled over, but it was a use it or lose it now. But I literally took off like the last 3 weeks of December, and I
Yeah.
still had PTO. I'm like,
Jesus.
I left like 2 or 3 days on the table
Yeah.
Because-
I've left one.
just because I couldn't burn them.
Yeah. I was just like, dude, what am I going to leave? We
But,
just hired a new guy.
Exactly. But especially during winter break, he's not going to class.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, but it was like his third day. And I'm like, oh, can I just like take off and use my last day? He's been here like fucking 2 days.
Bro.
He'll
knows
just be there
everything
by
by now.
himself.
They did that to me actually when I first started my job. Now they did that to me like it's like a weekend and everybody left. I was there by myself and they're like, "You can take care of it.
Yeah,
Like, you got what you." I'm like, "Yeah, of course I can." But
No
why
one-
would
no
you
one's in
leave?
the office anyway at that
Yeah.
time of the year. Come on.
Whatever. I don't know.
But no, I say that's a sign because Josh,
Mm.
you met Josh.
Mm.
He texted me before we started. He's like, "Yo, the whole Salt staff is gonna go to Monroe's on Sunday.
What's Monroe's?
It's a gentleman's club."
Ah,
And I'm like,
it's a good save.
where is it?
"West Palm?"
Yeah.
Okay,
And I'm like, and then I was looking.
Sunday evening,
Yeah.
the Lord's Day.
Hey, the Lord had to rest somehow,
That's
right?
true. He did rest on Sunday.
That's
That's
the best day to start sinning.
That's
That's the best day to start sinning.
anyway.
You just got forgiven.
Fresh slate.
You
baby.
got a clean slate.
I've never heard that before. That's the
Anyway.
best day to start sinning.
I digress.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's why it's funny it came
Yeah.
up because I was like looking at Reg. I'm like, maybe I take off Monday.
Do it, bro.
No, I can't.
Whack.
Yo,
What am I doing
speaking
Sunday?
of,
my actual birthday's on Monday, but who the fuck celebrates on Monday?
come
So
on,
that's why I took it off.
exactly.
Is it some kind of obscure holiday on Monday?
I don't know.
Damn it.
We don't have nothing until like Labor Day.
Yeah, you couldn't even fake it. Yeah,
So I wish I was Jewish, dude. Dude,
That's
Jews
true.
have a holiday like every
they do
week.
have a they do have a lot of holidays. That's
like-
blessed.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It
super
is, man.
blessed.
I'm jealous, dude. They got like a feast like every other week. I'm like, man, what the hell do we got? We got like Christmas.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
hungry now.
I am hungry too. I wish I had ordered some like I don't know sushi or something.
You trying to finally hit up Sweetwater?
I've been wanting to go to Sweetwater.
All right, let's go after this.
All right, bet. Let's get this done. So
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to
You
go
been in
see.
Sweetwater? What? Oh, my
my.
days.
Damn, we gotta go. Damn. All right.
All right, bet.
I'm trying to go see Nola, bro.
Oh, you remembered her name?
I remember the name.
She.
Yeah, bro.
I remembered that bartender's name. It's Salt.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Be careful. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Oh, I saw. Oh, yeah. Be careful.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get it all the time.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, those are beautiful ladies.
Listen, I've worked on the Ave.
Oh, true.
Yeah, we both have. I don't know who I'm talking to. Come on. You already know.
Gentlemen, if you were to start a cult,
If I were to start a cult, I don't think it would be on purpose.
oh really?
I think it would be like one of those where I do something like ridiculous and then afterwards, when I'm well gone,
Yeah.
it starts after.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel
So
like I
you
definitely
would-
do like a Rajneeshi Puram or kind of like a Peter Popoff kind of deal where the whole idea is just to make a shitload of money.
Ah.
You're like exploiting your followers and being like,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus or Xenu or fucking Muhammad or whoever, bro. They want you to give me money.
Right. I'm the
That
messenger.
seems like they got a good hustle.
I'm the messenger, you say.
Exactly. I'm but a vessel.
Ah.
They speak through me, and that's
why.
why I deserve your hard-earned cash.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah, no, definitely. Here's my check. So if you were to start a cult, what do you think it'd be about?
Easily some weeb shit.
Okay.
Easily some weeb shit.
I don't know. I feel like I'd go with like like Next Coming of Jesus. You know what I mean? I feel like that's easy. That's what everybody goes for.
Oh yeah,
You
can
got
pull it
you got
off.
the long
That's
hair.
what I'm saying. I'm growing the beard. I got the hair.
Yeah.
It's like I went for Jesus as Halloween last year. I went as Jesus. So, I mean, we're already there. I've got the practice. Like that's an easy in, man.
I see. I don't know what I would do it for. What would people follow me for?
I don't know. Maybe a lot about nothing is a cult.
It is. If you
Maybe
follow
this
us
is-
at a lot about
Ew.
pod, it could be.
Telling you, build the following up a little bit.
Well, here's the thing: are cults always bad?
Well, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you guys is like, what would you define a cult as? Or what were the necessary things for something to be called a cult?
I don't know. Let me Wikipedia,
Yeah,
right?
check the dictionary definition, but I think like one thing that you got to have, or one thing that all cults have, is you got to have a leader, like a charismatic kind of
Right.
leader.
All right. I'm getting old now, so I gotta put on my glasses.
A 30-year-old. Imagine being 30.
Got my back. No, I've always need glasses.
Couldn't be me.
Soon.
What do you mean soon, brother? I'm already 30.
I know. I tried to give the BOTD. In modern English, cult is a term considered pejorative by some for a social group that is defined by its unusual religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs and rituals, or its common interest in a particular personality, object, or goal. This sense of the term is controversial and weakly defined. That's funny. Having divergent definitions both in pop culture and academia, and has also been an ongoing source of contention among scholars across several fields of study. So I guess by definition, the cult is considered not great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got a
Socially.
negative connotation to
Yeah,
it, obviously. You
socially,
tell
yeah.
somebody, you're not going to tell somebody you're in a cult. You're going to tell them
Right.
that you're in a religious
support
movement
group.
or a support
Yeah.
group
Right.
or like, I don't know, like a club or something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Not that kind of club.
You're not gonna say explicitly this is a cult until someone tells you. It's like saying, yeah, I'm just making money, and then people are under me making money. And then
I mean,
people
I
under
feel
them
like you
making
could
money.
you could go as far to say it's like some of those kind of like get rich quick guru, kind of like an Andrew Tate,
right.
like kind of those might be kind of a cult.
Might be.
Because I
Might
mean,
be.
it's got the charismatic leader.
It does.
It brings in vulnerable people
It
that are kind of
does.
looking for a purpose.
Common interest.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
know, it's got-
interesting.
Depending on who it is, it might have some spiritual elements too,
Right.
but it might not. But I don't think that's necessary to call something a cult. But I mean, it's right there in the definition you read, man. A cult is like something nebulous. It's
Right.
It's hard to define and pin down because nobody wants to be labeled a cult.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be labeled as something more significant. But I think when people are just labeled as a cult, it just seems like you're lying to a bunch of people, which you are. Typically, people or leaders of cults, they lie to you to get you in.
Yeah.
And then it just turns out that you just give them the money for free.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're talking about something like that, you could go back to y'all ever heard of Peter Popoff?
Pop-Off?
Pop-Off.
Pop-Off.
Like you're popping off.
Oh, no.
That's his name, I swear to God.
Oh, my God.
But he's this guy. You'll see him on TV a lot now. He's got commercials where he's pumping or he's shilling this miracle spring water. It's this little packet of water that's been blessed, and it's supposed to provide miracles into your life and all this kind of stuff. And you write off to him, and it gets mailed to your house. You get the miracle spring water, and then it's like, all right, to activate your miracle, you got to send me $20. And then it's like, after you send me these $20, you're gonna get a check in your mailbox for like $30,000 or something, whatever miracle that you're trying to manifest.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, we've hit a snag. We need more of your money for your miracle to manifest, and it just keeps going and going.
Jesus
People have been scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars by this guy, right? So, but I mean, he's a televangelist and he's a Christian. So, I mean, like, would you call that a cult? Would you call him a cult leader? Like,
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. That's the pain point for a lot of people is like, what's a religion and what's a cult and who's the judge?
Right. Now that you say that, I remember waking up late at night. Maybe I was watching something, and the dude who's selling prayer cloths was on TV advertising them for like $5. They hire this giant church of people, mostly black for some reason. Church of people, they'll do a miracle and then pray with the prayer cloth, and then next thing you know, I'm healed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or they'll have people call in. It's like, I ordered the prayer cloth, and
I got a check for
$25,000,
and my credit card is all paid off.
Yeah.
And then they start crying and shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
he's like, this is the miracle of the prayer.
And it's funny you bring that up too, because it is a lot of times with these like Christian televangelists kind of scam. I'm not going to use the word scam, but no, let's be real. Yeah. But it's not even disproportionate. It's almost exclusively all lower income people, people who don't have the disposable income to be given to somebody. And you'll see a lot more like black people, especially, but like a lot of minor, like it's not just white people. It's like a very diverse group of people, but it's a lot of them are black, which is very strange.
Because black people are very religious and very spiritual,
especially Christian. And like black Americans are like very, very, at least as a majority, are like very Christian, predominantly Christian.
Yep. Very much so. We're very spiritual.
Especially down here in the South.
We believe a lot. So I think some people who might be down on their luck and go to church every Sunday and tithe, and give the church money and believe in their blessings and believe in their grace, that things will come to them. They'll probably see something like that and be like, oh, this guy's a pastor. I've seen him, on TV before. I've seen him, I hear all these calls of people, and then their faith might falter and they'll be like, let me try the prayer call. And they'll pay the money, get the prayer call. That's
exactly.
That's money they lost, and that's
how that is how they get you. Because I mean, it's not gonna, a secular person or an atheist isn't going to be seeing Peter Popoff or XYZ televangelist telling them they're going to get $30,000 if they send a postcard to Jesus, right?
Exactly.
But that's not to discount. Like I want to say right now that I'm not anti-religious or anything like that. I'm a spiritual person myself, and but this is the contention point, man. Is what's a religion and what's a cult?
Yes,
it's hard to define.
That's a good question. That's why I asked if cult is a negative term.
It definitely is.
Negative connotation for sure.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard of a good cult?
Culture.
Yeah.
Damn. Didn't expect that.
Damn, he's
good. I'm a fucking piece of cues. That's the only thing I know about. That's the only one. I never heard of a good cult.
No, I mean like a
Midsummer type.
Yeah. Wee. Man.
Those are the extremes.
Oh man, I don't know about that movie, man.
Have you guys ever seen the episode of Atlanta where I think they're in the Netherlands? Is it Netherlands?
I've never watched Atlanta yet.
They might be Netherlands or Amsterdam, but there's an episode where they're in Amsterdam, and Lakeith Stanfield's character and Zazie Beetz' character, they find themselves in this. I don't know how they got there, but they got to this this house where all these people are dressed in white, like walking around. They all seem very spiritual, and they just walked in and they asked him like, "Do you know the? Are you guests of whoever it is?" We're talking about. It's like, yes. Like, oh, coming in. Are you guys relatives? Like, yes. They just checked it out because it was free food or whatever.
Yeah.
They're walking around, and then next thing you know, you saw a dude laying on the bed. It looks like he's died. So I'm guessing they thought it was like a funeral, right? And then after after like a couple minutes, they're like, everyone gathered together. And they gathered together and they're like, we're about to send off whatever his name was to the next plane, to whatever they called it. And next thing you know, someone just put a pillow in front of his face. Put a pillow in his face and held it there until he died.
Jesus
they
Christ.
Killed this guy for like, and they realized at that point, like, oh shit, this is a cult. This was not a funeral. This guy was alive. Yeah. And they killed this guy right in front of him.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, it was the softest kill you'll ever see. But he was struggling, not breathing until he couldn't breathe anymore. That shit was crazy. I forgot what episode of Atlanta that is. But
is Atlanta the show with Donald Glover?
Yeah.
I've never seen it yet.
Yeah, I think it's out in last season. Just last season, so you can binge it if you want.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Atlanta's a good
I'll
show.
add it to the list.
Atlanta's a good show. What's the craziest cult you ever heard of? Yeah, I know.
I don't know. There's a lot. Like, one of my, I'm hesitant to even call it a cult, but one of my favorites that I really like is the Black. You ever heard of the Black Hebrew Israelites?
The Black Hebrew Israelites? No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Black Hebrew Israelites is like a kind of generic term for like a bunch of Black Jewish religious groups who like they all have like different kind of belief systems, but one of the main thing that they believe is that they are the true descendants of the tribes of Israel, and that the Ashkenazi Jews and other like white Jews are imposters who have like stolen their ancestral land and stuff like that. And so one of the sects of the Black Hebrew Israelites that are active a lot in New York, you'll see a lot of videos of them on YouTube. They're called the Commandment Keepers.
Commandment Keepers.
Yeah, the Commandment Keepers.
Okay. Oh God, this does not sound good for us. Black people turn away.
No. It's well, one of the things that they're famous for is street preaching, and they'll be out on the street corner in New York or whatever, just like in Times Square, wherever they happen to be, just absolutely harassing like any poor like white people or like really anybody that comes by them, and just Google Black Hebrew Israelites. Go on YouTube and look up Black Hebrew Israelites, and you'll see YouTube pulls a lot of their stuff down because they say some not so nice things to people.
I see.
I see. One video in particular is they got this some Jewish guy was walking by them and was listening to him preach. So they started talking about how the Holocaust was a good thing, and they made the dude cry, and it's fucking crazy to watch.
Jeez.
I don't know. They reminded like it was definitely Kanye before Kanye.
So I have a list of the most terrifying cults in history.
All right, let's hear 'em.
Okay.
This is from CBS News. So number one is Love Has Won. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I haven't.
But it's a group where this lady, Amy Carlson, she was the leader of the group, and they were known as, she was the Mother of God. That was her name. She's claimed to be the Mother of God. She claimed to be able to cure cancer and communicate with angels.
Yeah.
So she also thought she was also the reincarnation of Jesus Christ and Marilyn Monroe.
Yes. Wait, so like the child of Jesus and Marilyn Monroe?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, she's good.
Yeah. There was a lot of
Jesus.
There's like 7 members of this.
Top 10 anime crossovers.
So let me see. School of Prophets. From polygamy to death row. Let me see if this one I know. Oh, he got a life sentence. Eesh. Nexium.
Ooh, yeah. Nexium is that's a cult too.
Yeah, that's a cult.
What's Nexium?
Keith Rainier.
You don't remember that one? It was pretty recently. It started as kind of like a self-help group out in like Hollywood.
Right.
And what and it was like a self-help kind of group, originally. It's kind of like Scientology in that regard. They lure you in with kind of like, okay, here's how you can, better your life and your career, and here's how to be a better public speaker and overcome nervousness and blah 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 and all this other stuff, and it's kind of useful. And you get further and further into it, and the weirder and weirder it gets. And then like once you're in the inner circle, I think they called it. It's it was like the leader was like having sex with like all the women.
Yep.
And would like brand them with
with like
a brand.
They'd be like slaves.
They would all be like sex slaves and shit. And they were like, at that point, they were so far into it. You know what I mean? That it's like, what am I going to do? Leave? Obviously.
Yeah.
to someone like you or I, it's obviously like, oh, just get the hell out of there. But like, these people, it's kind of like it's a sunk cost, not just money, but time. And you've cut off all your friends and family to join. Like one of the like defining features of a cult is that, they don't want you to talk to people from outside the cult. Exactly. They don't get it.
They don't get it. Yeah.
They just don't get it.
You like I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're gonna hear what we're talking about and the ideas that we're pushing, and they're gonna be like, no, that's not good. You shouldn't do that. And they don't want that kind of dissent.
Yeah.
They want to.
Because then you might come to your senses.
Exactly. You might come to your senses and leave.
We don't want that here.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't click off of this video.
Don't click. Follow us.
Oh, what else I got on there? There's Heaven's Gate on there.
Let me see.
That's a good one.
Allison Mack. I don't know if you remember. She was on Smallville.
Yeah, she was one of the people that was in NXIVM.
She was recruiting.
Really?
Yeah, she was recruiting girls for NXIVM.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy she's, man.
That's what happens, man. You really you stay in there long enough and you believe the hype. Like, this is the guy. This is the second coming of Christ. This is Muhammad. This is the guy.
Like most of Hollywood, like a giant cabal.
It is. Oh man.
And technically, a cult is kind of like a gang, so it's reliable for a RICO charge. And she got hit for racketeering. She got hit with the racketeering charge, which I think is minimum like 10 years.
Something like
something like that. Yeah,
they literally made that up so they could get Capone.
Yeah,
that's always wild to me.
Rajneeshpuram, the mystic.
Yeah, Rajneeshpuram.
Yeah.
That is that guy is wild.
Yeah, let me see. Indian mystic Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh attracted followers by thousands in the 70s. Mm-hmm. He preached a religiousless religion that embraced sexual liberation. Why is it always about sex?
Well, because the cult leader's got to get his dick sucked.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, I forget was it like out? It was like out in Wyoming or Utah, or like somewhere out west, out in the like northwest. I want to say.
Oh, let me see. The community attracted American and international followers. Blah blah blah. It was Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Wasco County.
And one of the things that they did actually is they were trying to get some of their members to be on the city council.
Oh,
for the town next down.
Talk about power.
Yeah. So what they did to try and keep people, they developed a scheme to keep people out of the voting booths, to keep them home on voting day, like on election day, so they could flood the polls and like get their guys elected. So what they did is that they poisoned the town's water supply with salmonella.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
What the fudge?
Yeah. And then this dude Rajneeshpuram was like kind of like, he was like the yogi spiritual Indian mystic that was coming to the West Coast to like teach all these, hippie white people like, oh, I'm an Indian mystic and all about I will lead you to nirvana and inner peace and all this other shit. And and he's like, you got to let go of material wealth and you got to be sexually open and let me have sex with your wife and blah, 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 blah. And then meanwhile, he's preaching like ascerticism and stuff like that. He's driving like Benzes, Rolls Royces. He's always wearing Rolexes. The dude is blinged out of his mind constantly.
Yeah.
And
getting bread.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The dude had like a motorcade with like a fucking armored Rolls Royce.
Jeez. Apparently it broke down when they deported him.
Yep.
Authorities deported him and convicted his staff.
Yeah, because they were doing shit like trying to poison everybody with salmonella, dodging taxes.
They orchestrated food poisoning scheme against locals. Mm-hmm. One person was killed, but 700 people were poisoned.
Oh, I forgot that somebody died.
Just to influence a local election. That's crazy.
Yep.
Dog, talk about following the voices in your head. Mm-hmm. Jeez. I have a Daniel Perez from Angel's Landing. 15 years, Daniel Perez. He's a self-described seer who claimed to be a 1,000-year-old angel. Led a traveling group of mostly women, of course. From state to state. Perez told his followers that he needed to have sex with young girls to stay alive.
Oh, I remember this dude. Yeah. I saw a YouTube video about this guy.
This is some wicked shit. What?
I'm telling that's what it's always about, man. Not every time, but like 99% of the time.
So, over the years, Perez collected millions of dollars in life insurance policies. Oh, dog. Mm-hmm. The life insurance policies?
Yep.
From members who died. Mm-hmm. He put out life insurance policies on them?
Yep.
That's a crazy dude.
Yeah, they would all be living together, and he's like, oh, take out a life insurance, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, a year or two later.
Death.
Sometimes not even a year.
Yeah. Life insurance policy.
Yeah, it really gets the noggin jogging.
Interesting.
I don't know. Another crazy one. You ever heard of Aum Shinrikyo?
Aum Shinrikyo? No.
Aum Shinrikyo is this Japanese cult.
No.
Led by this guy named Shoko Asahara.
Okay.
Who is kind of same deal, I'm the reincarnation of Jesus, and I'm gonna bring back.
Right.
Which was weird though, because he was like, I want to bring true Buddhism back to Japan.
Okay.
But he said he was like the reincarnation of Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
And, of course, had sex with all the women in the cult and blah, blah, blah.
Must.
And the one thing that he's super known for is that the Aum Shinrikyo cult made a gas attack on the Tokyo subway in like the late 80s or early 90s. I forget when. But yeah, they like had, like a couple people died too, and a lot of more people got like hospitalized. But they had like these guys come and do like sarin gas. They had like these little like newspaper things that was like 2 different chemicals, and they would puncture it on the train, and then they would mix together, and they would gas the train.
Yeah,
and like they did that. God, I don't even remember why they did it. Oh no, what they did it because they were killing the people to release them from the suffering that they were living, because there was kind of. He purported himself as a Buddhist, so he was like, we're getting out of we're ascending to the next life.
Right.
You are helping these people.
That's a big one. Sending people to the next life or to whatever they call the next life. That's a big proponent of people joining cults.
Yeah. And if you want to learn more about Aum Shinrikyo, you can go on YouTube and they have parts of it.
That's a lot about nothing.
Yes. But also you can Google the Aum Shinrikyo anime. The guy had an anime.
He had an fire. All right, that's fire.
He had an anime commission for him.
Think about it though. You can't be Japanese cult leader not having anime.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's the guy because he's not the only Japanese cult that's made an anime. By the way, there's another one that I forget the name of that does like they have a whole production studio that makes like anime for him. Dude, honestly, you say that and it's true. I don't know. I'd be talking to anybody that'll listen. I'd be like, yo, you read One Piece though? One Piece is pretty good, dog.
One Piece is a cult. Check it. A lot of people love One Piece. I never read it.
Yo, you should read One Piece, bro.
No, I'll probably watch it eventually.
That's a mistake.
I've tried to watch it. It just put me to sleep. It's so slow.
That's why you got to read it.
Yeah. Heaven's Gate cult.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate's a classic, man.
Yeah. Early 70s, man. Let me see. Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles renamed themselves Bo and Peep, of course.
Yep.
And took a road trip across the U.S. assembling a group they called The Crew.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 20 years, the group lived in various camps in Southern California and took on new followers. The group believed that the earth was about to be wiped clean, and that the only chance to survive was to leave it. So how?
So what they would do is they would They would board the mothership.
Oh God.
That was flying by with a comet. That was, I forget which comet it was, but it was coming, and the ship was going to come with the comet, and they were going to commit ritual suicide, and then their souls would leave the body, go into the mothership, and be ushered off of Earth where they'll be safe. Right. And the funny thing is actually the guy and his wife met in a mental asylum. She was a psych nurse, and he was a patient there,
and he probably convinced her.
She was impressed with his knowledge of the Bible because she was also a Christian,
right?
And then she was like, "Oh, I guess this crazy dude I met in the asylum's kind of cute." So they decided to get married and start a cult together.
Oh, yeah. I see.
And your regular Harley Quinn Joker storyline.
So the dude or the lady died of liver cancer in '85, but the dude continued to lead the group. 5 years later. They isolated themselves from their friends, per usual, the family, and the public. They relied on the internet to recruit new members. And in '97, he persuaded 38 people to kill themselves.
Yep.
Tell them that they wouldn't be dying, but they were leaving their earthly vessels behind.
That's impressive.
Like one of the things
using the internet to recruit in the '90s.
Yeah.
Something interesting about the Heaven's Gate website is that it is still up to this day.
What?
You can go to their website.
I wonder if I could buy that URL.
Yeah. No.
Can I buy that domain?
No, you cannot. And I'll tell you why. Because before they all killed themselves, they left behind 2 people to manage the website and make sure that the domain stays up. Wow. So that if they ever had any new followers, they could join up and they would have a repository of all their teachings and all this kind of stuff. And to this day, the Heaven's Gate website is still up.
That's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and go to that.
Don't do it.
No, you're not going to get a virus. You're just going to get enlightened.
Don't do it.
I don't know. What's the website?
I forget what the URL is. You got to type it in.
Let me Google it.
Ugh, God.
Holy shit! It's heavensgate.com.
Yep, there it goes. That is a Web 1.0, brother.
Yeah.
Here it is right here.
Yikes.
Heaven's Gate. God, look at this terrible website. This shit was done on WordPress or what?
This is before
Actually, no,
WordPress, man.
Yeah, I say WordPress is a little more
Like I
sophisticated.
said, this is Web 1.0, man.
Oh my goodness.
It's a relic of history, man.
goodness.
It's interesting. I mean, it's also macabre and horrible. Like almost 40 people died.
Somehow they have a book.
Yeah.
They have
Of course.
They have a tape. A transcript of the tape. Let me go ahead and close this. Before I get a virus.
I don't know.
Like I said, the only thing you're gonna get is enlightened, brother.
And you all could get enlightened at aloutaboutpod.com.
That's like the 5th plug you've done.
We need the views. We are struggling apparently thanks to this commenter. All right, so they rented a Southern California mansion and killed 38 people.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever see like a lot of TV shows and like movies and stuff will have cults where they're all wearing like a tracksuit and like a fucking like weird hat or something like that. That was Heaven's Gate. One of the things is it was weird. They all had like Nike sweats and like these specific kind of Nikes. I forget what they were because they're like a collector's item now. They're super expensive.
Yeah.
But they're like these specific shoes and like jumpsuit that they all wore.
Why sweatsuits?
I have no idea. It was like literally like Nike, like gray Nike training sweats and like these cross trainers. And I forget, like it was fucking weird, but that was like their official uniform.
So 42 more people died. 72 people died in 3 groups over 3 days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see. 3 other people committed suicide. And yeah, a lot of people died in this one.
Mm-hmm.
They were dressed in identical black shirts and sweatpants.
Oh, it was black.
New black and white Nike sneakers and armbands reading Heaven Gate's away team. Oh
yeah, the away team. I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I don't mean to laugh.
I mean, I get it. It's funny, but also people were convinced that this shit was real.
Yeah,
that's insane. We have a classic, the Manson family.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Himothy himself.
Charles Manson, another one, had sex with all the women.
Yep.
Their big thing was trying to start a race war.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's why the Manson family went and they it was helter skelter, he would call it.
Yes.
And that's why they went to go kill Sharon Tate and like the other people.
All the other people.
Yeah. Because they were going to blame it on black people and then try to instigate a race war.
Right. Manson believed that, or the people believed that he was the reincarnation of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought the race war was coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why it's always the white dudes with long hair.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Don't look at me. What are you doing? I'm not starting a cult yet.
You do know a lot about them.
I mean,
it's a little sus. He instructed his followers to kill people because he believed the murders would provoke the race war. Jesus. Yeah, that's correct. Let me see. In all, 9 people were murdered in several separate attacks. Manson was convicted of 9 counts of first-degree murder. Yeah, for sure. He was in prison until he died.
Mm-hmm.
Other members are still in prison. Let me see. So there's one with Children of God. Apparently in Huntington Beach.
That sounds familiar.
I was going to say, that does sound familiar.
David Brandt Berg in 1968. Let me see, Los Angeles. By the 1970s, the group had communes around the country and outposts overseas. Golly. Berg encouraged female members to recruit new members through sex, a practice he called flirty fishing.
Oh, my Lord.
Mm-hmm. Sex is always involved in these things, aren't they?
Well, I mean, if you're a cult leader and you've just got, I mean, I guess that's what you do, right?
I guess. Let me see.
I don't know. I'm sure they have the People's Temple on there too. Jim Jones?
Who?
Jonestown? Jim Jones? Yeah, I know you all know.
The People's Temple? Oh, this is an interesting fact. The actor Joaquin Phoenix was born into the Children of God.
Oh, shit.
His parents, suspicious that the group was becoming something more insidious than a religious community, decided to separate from the group in 1977 when he was 3 years old. So his parents came to their senses when he was 3, but he was born into this cult.
Damn, that's wild.
That's interesting. Wow. Wow.
Oh, y'all ever see the movie?
That makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna hold you because if you see Joaquin Phoenix, the way he talks and the way he acts, I mean, he was perfect for the Joker.
I was gonna say, did y'all ever see The Master?
No, I've never seen The Master.
That's a movie kind of about cults and like a cult leader. And Joaquin Phoenix is this guy that kind of falls under the spell of a cult leader, and it's like it has a whole new meaning.
Now it kind of fits.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just like clicked in my head. I was like, holy shit.
Now it fits. Interesting, Joaquin.
That's
wild. Interesting. Yeah.
It is, man.
Yeah. Let me see.
But
have. Oh, would you say the People's Temple?
Yeah, the People's Temple.
Just found the People's Temple.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, everybody knows about that one, man. That's Jim Jones.
I don't know that one.
No, you drinking the Kool-Aid. Everybody drank the Kool-Aid and killed themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that was Jim Jones.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rapper. No, I'm joking. I knew that. I think.
But yeah, no, that was Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, in 55. He taught a blend of Christianity, socialism, and communism with an emphasis on racial equality. He eventually attracted several thousand followers. I think it was the racial equality that got him.
It was because that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. It was super interesting for Jim Jones because that was like back in the 50s. That was before even before the civil rights movement.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and he was like a civil rights pioneer, which is like kind of ironic. Fucking strange to say.
Yeah.
But he like not only was he like welcoming to everybody from every race, but he like actively encouraged like anti-racism and like everybody is equal, though. Like which it is. And I mean like especially for back then. And I mean I feel like I don't know, it's like you got to wonder, it's like did he really believe it or did he do it, just for the ego trip? And I mean probably both if you ask me.
I mean it's a great tactic because think about the amount of people you could get. Like,
exactly.
Oh, black people are allowed here? Oh yeah, let's go.
Exactly.
Let's go. This guy's great. This guy's better than every other white person that's telling me I'm not shit or that don't want to associate with me. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, like, because Jim Jones was originally a Christian. I forget which denomination that he originally belonged to, but his whole thing was like, that we're all God's children. Why are we over here being prejudiced? So he would welcome everybody. He wanted to welcome everybody into the congregation, and not everybody agreed to that. So he was like, I'm going to go start my own church.
Wow. He got a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot. Like.
So they they fled to Guyana when they were scrutinized. They created a settlement called Jonestown, of course. Yep. And the population there had swelled to about 900. Jeez.
Yeah, because not everybody went with him to Guyana, you know what I mean? Like you're not just going to up and leave everything. But he had a lot of people that went with him. And even more people, it was something, it wasn't like the IRS, but it was some like government agency was closing in on him because it was... he was a communist and like all this other shit, and they were not about that. So eventually, and he was like, you know what? If they're gonna come get me and I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take everybody with me. Which is
now, did you say that? There's a Congressman, Leo Ryan. He flew to Jonestown to investigate. 3 journalists, and a cult director were shot to death. Or the cult defector was shot to death. Jones had his followers kill themselves by drinking cyanide-laced drink. In this photo, let me see. Golly.
Yeah, that's the one, like the aerial photo.
900 people died. Actually, more than 900.
Yeah.
Oh, that is insane.
It is, man. It's in like that amount of people like really makes you question belief. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What it really is, right?
I mean, just to believe in something like so wholeheartedly that you not only because the whole story that you always hear with it is that it's not everybody was willing to do it. So people that did it already would force it down. Other people are convinced them to do it. And people saw people around them dying, people who hesitated, saw people around them dying and still decided to go with them.
Yeah.
And what's strange too is that Jim Jones went with them. Not a lot of times the cult leaders.
Yeah, cult leader stays behind or whatever. Yeah,
some of them are true believers. Like I forget what's his name from Heaven's Gate. He went with his followers, but not everybody does. Like one of the other ones I'm sure is on there is the Branch Davidians from the Waco siege, which I'm sure y'all are familiar with.
No, I'm not. I just got to Shoko Ashahara.
Yeah, Enrico.
I just got to that one. This was interesting. It was a doomsday cult.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let me see. Since we already talked about that, let me do one more human sacrifice. Jesus Christ.
Human sacrifice?
Yeah. They found 12 male bodies in a ranch in Mexico near the U.S. border.
What was that?
That was a Shoko Ashahara cult.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know about
It was in
that.
89, yeah.
That's crazy.
You see how many sacrifices? They found actually 15 bodies.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So another one is Matamoros cult. Ritual human sacrifice again.
Jesus Christ. That's one I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. Order of the Solar Temple. That one's interesting. So the Order of the Solar Temple was founded in 84 by Joseph the Mambro and Luke Jorrit.
The man, bro?
The Mam, bro, like AMAM, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the man, bro.
The cult, based on New Age spiritualism, drew followers in Switzerland, France, and Canada. The cult became more doomsday focused. It got more followers who brought in more money, of course. But in the 1990s, authorities, please, I don't want to pay for this site. But in the 1990s, authorities in Canada began investigating the group amid accusations of sexual misconduct again.
Mm-hmm.
And people started to leave. Dog, look at this gun, bro. Look at this shit.
That's
That's
a 1911.
Yeah,
Looks
just
like
about,
it.
yeah.
Like a
But with
homemade
a
silencer.
fucking
Yeah,
homemade,
like homemade
can on it, bro.
homemade silencer on it.
That's a homemade can.
Yeah, if I remember, I'll put this picture in the YouTube.
What the fuck?
What time are we at? All right, maybe I remember. Let me see if I can just save this image.
57 minutes. 40 seconds.
I'll save this image. I'll call it cult gun.
Cool.
I mean, it is a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Order
a
of the Solar
COLT,
Temple.
not a CULT.
I'm going to Jim Jones myself after that one.
No,
That was good. Fucking hell.
we're trying our best not to be
I
insensitive.
guess that's why they fucking use that gun.
Oh my God, Victor, please, Victorino, please. This episode is not coming out.
Woo-wee.
Oh, all right. I'm okay.
Listen, we're laughing at the ridiculous nature of some of these cults, not at the death of the people
Yeah.
or at the sacrifices from the people.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
about it.
100%.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
very
1000%.
sad. That's very sad. But some of these are very ridiculous as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is why it's so interesting, man. That's why I spend my time reading about this stuff, man. It's interesting.
Right.
Like how can somebody go that far, man?
So one of my questions was that what has to go through your head to believe like a cult leader?
You have to be in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, got to, right?
In duress or like despondent.
Just
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Gotta be. And you have to kind of feel dejected from society as well.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you feel like you're part of society and you feel like you're being accepted by your peers, there's no reason for you to believe anything.
Exactly.
else.
That sense of belonging is like a really strong draw for like a lot of cults. You know, like not go after, but like they're found often by like loners and outsiders
Outcasts.
and people
Malcontents.
that don't fit in anywhere else. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we'll give you a family, we love you, and
Yeah.
and that's what at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants, man.
What do you think like a cult could offer someone that regular society couldn't?
Like I said, that's that sense of belonging,
Right.
Like not even like belonging as in like like us here, we're all good friends,
Yeah.
very good friends, I'd say, and
Yeah.
and we all love each other, but it's not like it's not truly like an intimate, not intimate in that sense, but intimate
Right.
in a family kind of way.
Yeah.
And a cult or religious organization can often offer you something like that.
Right.
It's the same kind of satisfaction that somebody would get from going to church or temple
True.
or any other kind of religious function.
Yeah.
It because at the end of the day, human beings are spiritual religious animals.
That's true.
We as long as people have been around, religion has too.
Sure has.
And I feel like that's an important part of what makes us human.
Agreed.
And a cult can offer to fill that gap in somebody's life. And that's how they get you. And that's why it's so hard.
So do we believe religion is a cult?
No, I mean, it's 'cause I believe religion is inherently good and has been good
Right.
as a whole
Right.
for human beings in general.
Okay.
But
I think the principles of well, let me not say the principles of religion, but the principles of religious teachings are good. I think in their roots they're good, but other people tend to twist them to their needs.
exactly, which I mean is that's
which
anything
can
else, right?
Inherently be bad. depending on how they use it.
Religion is like, it's like anything else, it's like a tool. It's
right.
and it's how you use it and how you process it that is important.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always told people the Bible is a guide. I don't think you need to follow the Bible like
exactly
to the T because we're not living in those times.
That's what I'm saying. Like Leviticus says that you shouldn't wear like pants that you need to keep up with a belt.
Right.
Your pants should fit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like come on. It
Yeah,
says men aren't supposed to shave.
Are you gangsters who having your pants go below your behinds, below your butts?
Yep. Those are the true followers of Jesus. They're not wearing a belt. Those are Christ's true children.
Chosen ones.
Put your pants up. We are dignified black men. If you got them pants up. But yes. Yeah, I always thought it was a good guide for things. Like my favorite book is Proverbs. Because it has the best like one-liners that makes you think.
I like Revelation just because it's fucking cool. Like it's super metal.
It is. I don't think people understand that the Bible is like an action movie.
Dude, the Bible is sick as fuck. Like if they made the Bible into an anime, it would be fucking
fire.
It would be super fire.
Fire. Bro.
There's like nothing but fucking heaters coming out of the Bible. Like fucking like dude, literally you could make a whole anime out of like Exodus.
Yeah.
Exodus is like fucking wild, dude.
Bro, think about Genesis.
Yeah. Dude, you got like Genesis, Exodus, like fucking Revelation. Those are like, I'd say the big three of like,
it's crazy.
Like cool shit happening.
And people are walking like hundreds of miles, like in a desert, and the king hardened his heart.
Yep.
Won't let them go. Won't let them be free. The king hardened his heart even more.
Yep. He's like, let my people go. He's like, no, I'm gonna kill all your sons.
I'm chilling, bro. All your sons are mine. It's super metal. Y'all should read the Bible.
Dude, I'm telling you, like fucking.
Read the Bible. It's kind of fire.
It is cool. Like I've read like a lot of religious books. Like the one that I'm trying to read this year, I need to read the Torah. I've never read that yet.
The Torah?
Yeah, the Torah.
I read
the Bible.
I read the Bible and the Quran.
I read part of the Quran.
Have you read the Vedas?
No, I haven't. I want like what's on my list is like the Torah, the Poetic Eddas, the Vedas. I'm gonna add those too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I read part of the Quran.
Yep.
The Quran's interesting too.
Another religious text that I'm very familiar with is Dianetics.
What the heck is Dianetics?
Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
Scientology.
I've heard the name.
The founder of Scientology.
Yeah.
Which is not a cult. I will say that right now.
Really?
Scientology is an established 501c or whatever the tax form is
for religion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is a tax-exempt religion church that is in no way a cult, and anything that we say from this point on involving Scientology that could be construed as negative is a misrepresentation on our parts. We're all very pro Scientology here, and we have nothing but good things to say about the church.
I see. Who's that guy, that actor who's in Scientology?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The Paragon.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Scientology is really fucking weird. You got to do that disclaimer because the church goes after people like nobody's business.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Like,
what do they even believe in? I don't even know what Scientologists believe in.
So,
here we go.
The creation myth of Scientology.
The creation myth.
Well, because Scientology is at the same time a religion and not a religion. They purport to be compatible with other religions, but they are a religion in and of themselves. Because they have a creation myth.
Okay.
So according to them, the universe is like several quadrillion years old.
Okay.
And then like several like hundreds of millions of years ago, there was a galactic federation.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, well, it gets better. Okay. The Galactic Federation was chaired by the alien overlord Xenu.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Who decided that the galaxy was becoming too overpopulated.
Okay.
So he decided to
Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Literally Thanos. He was like literally Thanos. So he was like, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut down on the population of the universe because there's too many fucking people.
I see.
So what he would do is he rounded up all these people. And the way he did it was by tricking them. And one of the ways that he tricked the aliens to come and get rounded up was that they had to come and pay back taxes. So after he told the aliens they had to come and pay back taxes, he like killed all of them. And then he took them to the planet Earth, which it wasn't called Earth. He called it something else back then. Right. But so he takes all these aliens to Earth and throws them into a volcano.
Okay.
And kills them. But then their souls come out of the volcano. Right, like the aliens die, so
like
their
it's
soul,
an anime.
exactly. So
Okay.
their souls get like start shooting up out of the volcanoes, but Xenu captures their souls,
Okay.
and then imprisons them into like these brainwashing camps. They have a word.
He
for
imprisoned the souls in the camp.
Yeah. Like in these, they're called like something theaters. I forget what they're called. Scientology has like a language all of its own. They got like a lot of vocab words and stuff like that only they use.
Okay.
And there's a word for it, but I forget what it is. But then there was kind of like a reprogramming of these souls, and so the reprogramming that these souls went through was like to try and teach it's all of our history, right? Your history, my history, all of our religions, they're fake. They're lies implanted us by Xenu.
I see.
So then when cavemen evolved, the souls of the aliens, which are called thetans, invaded our bodies. And that's the source of all of our bad emotions and like the reason why we don't realize that Scientology is the truth and stuff like that. And this is only something that you find out about after spending, I want to say it's like $60,000 or $70,000 in like different courses to go across the bridge to total freedom.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the bridge to total freedom is kind of like the course curriculum of Scientology.
Okay.
It starts out with like, and it's like I was saying earlier about like cults will lure you in with like kind of stuff that'll actually help you.
Right.
Scientology teaches you how to be a good public speaker.
I see.
It teaches you how to hold a conversation with somebody.
I see.
It teaches you how to like get over your phobias and all this other kind of like good stuff. Like
How
stuff.
to be a good actor?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it tells you exactly that kind of stuff.
I see.
And then, so you're like, oh man, this Scientology thing is really working for me. So then you start doing what's called auditing.
Okay.
And auditing is where they sit you and have you hold these two electromagnet kind of things that like kind of reads the electric impulses from your skin. Okay. And they say what it does is it reads your engrams. Okay. Your engrams, which are like kind of bad memories and mental blocks that you have in what L. Ron Hubbard would call your reactive mind.
Okay.
And so this auditing process kind of, you go through that and that kind of helps you clear out your reactive mind and you move your way up the bridge to total freedom until you're what's called clear. Okay. Once you go clear, there's no more engrams in your mind.
I see.
And you are you're officially free from like, worldly desires and like depression and all this other stuff like that. And then after a while, L. Ron Hubbard was like, all right, that's not enough. We need to get more money out of these people. So he came up with what's called the OT levels, the operating thetan levels. And thetans are those alien souls that I was talking about earlier. Right. So as you move up into the OT levels, that's when like you get away from, freedom from like, worldly desires and depression and stuff like that into like supernatural powers. I want to say it's like OT 4 or 5. They're saying you have like fucking telekinesis and you can like move shit with your mind.
I see.
But
listen, this would be a fire movie. Where's the movie on Scientology?
They don't have a movie on Scientology, but you can watch.
I don't want a documentary. I want a movie.
No, I'm saying you can watch Battlefield Earth starring John Travolta, which is a
also
adaptation.
A Scientologist, right?
Yeah, also a Scientologist. Exactly. That's why he was in it, because it was one of L. Ron Hubbard's books, was Battlefield Earth. So they decided to make it into a movie. The Scientology production company did it. It was a shit movie, really bad, right, naturally.
Yeah,
but
Travolta was in it.
Yeah, and it is. I'd recommend it if you like bad movies. It's really funny.
I see. And that's our show. We ending on Scientology.
No, before you go, you guys heard of Shen Yun, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Shen Yun has a cult behind it, too.
Yeah, the Falun Gong cult.
The Falun Gong. Oh, boy.
FALEN space GONG. So there's a whole kerfuffle behind Shen Yun. It's like some weird death
Falun
cult.
Gong.
Yeah. Like a couple of their members have done the I think one of their members did the that protest where you set yourself on fire.
Yeah.
One of them did that.
Yeah.
Maybe another one did too. But I'm remembering at least one person who
but
did
even I've seen like some people, like even the shows they do.
Yeah.
Some people I've seen like on like social media or whatever leave in the middle of the show because like it's unsettling.
Yeah, like
some of the messaging that.
There's a lot of stuff about like moving on to the next plane and stuff like that. And one of the other things that's like really fucking weird about it is like that if you ever see their commercials, they're like, see the beauty of China before communism.
Yeah.
And it's like they're a very like pro-capitalist, anti-communism.
They are
like
indeed
religion.
anti-communism.
Yeah, it's weird.
They are
it's a strange one.
It's a religious movement.
Yeah. And like, because all the proceeds from their show go to that Falun Gong.
Yeah.
They have a Dharma wheel or law wheel practice, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Founded by its leader, Li Hongzhi in China.
Look at this man with the pronunciation. In
the 1990s. 427-acre compound in Deep Park, New York. near the residence of Hongzhi.
I'll tell you, like, before I found out that they were like part of a cult, I remember a couple of years ago, like me and my dad, I was trying to get tickets for me and my dad.
Yeah, I was like, before I was much younger, I was like, yo, I want to see this shit.
Yeah, like it looks cool. Like
dress up.
Yeah, they got like all these cool like costumes on and they're doing like this cool dance and shit. I'm like, this seems tight.
Cool. And then
then you find out
what's behind it and you're like, oh.
So they have
it's the same thing with Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, true. So they're against Chinese Communist Party and they have an anti-evolutionary stance. They don't believe in evolution.
I think they're also like anti-race mixing.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new Dynasty Television and Epoch Times, also one of their subsidiaries. They're broadly noted as politically far right, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that?
The Chinese government does.
Yeah.
They are not welcome in China.
Oh, no. Yeah. No.
That's why they're in New York.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, they're banned in China.
Mm-hmm. A lot of religions are banned in China.
So in 1999, the CCP leadership initiated a nationwide crackdown, multifaceted propaganda campaign directed against the practice. They blocked internet access to websites and mentioned the Falun Gong. In October 1999, they declared Falun Gong a heretical organization.
Heretical?
Heretics! Yeah. That threaten social stability. Falun Gong practitioners in China are reportedly subject to a wide range of human rights abuses. Hundreds of thousands are estimated to have been imprisoned extrajudiciously, which means as soon as they heard you Falun Gong, you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And practitioners in detention are subject to forced labor, psychiatric abuse, torture, and other coercive methods of thought reform at the hands of the Chinese authorities. China's big on that, by the way.
That's bad. America's not perfect. America's not perfect, but I'll tell you what, we can believe in whatever religion we want to.
Yeah.
We can believe in Heaven's Gate or Aum Shinrikyo or the People's Temple or whatever we want.
And not go to jail for it unless, of course, you kill people.
Exactly, which you shouldn't do.
And you steal money from people and you sexually abuse people. So, if you want to start a cult, don't do that. Any of those things.
Just don't do it.
Or just don't start a cult.
I'd say if you're questioning whether or not you're in a cult,
you're probably
you might be in one.
You should probably leave.
You should probably leave. That's what we'll leave you with.
Yeah. Instead of joining the cult, why don't you just listen to Lie About Nothing?
We're the best cult. Everybody loves us.
Everybody loves us. It's great.
And if you mail in,
we will send you an A Lot About Nothing miracle spring water, and all your dreams will come true.
All your troubles will fade into nothing. Thank you for listening, gentlemen. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, man.
This is very interesting. I didn't know so much about cults. There's actually a bunch of documentaries on Hulu about cults.
Oh, there's a ton. Hulu, Netflix, new YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot. Vice has a good ones. Yeah, that's true. I might watch a couple, see what these motherfuckers was up to.
And like I said, it's interesting, man. Whenever I got some free time, if I'm not watching anime or playing video games, I'm watching some shit about some weirdo cult.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what was going through the minds of these people. Yo, it's crazy stuff. It's even crazy if you don't hit the like button.
Imagine.
This episode is
not reaching enlightenment.
If you don't press the like button and ring the bell, the world is gonna blow up and explode.
Right. Exactly.
Let us have sex with your wife also.
Oh God, I'm dying. Send us a like today. This episode is out on Friday, out on Saturday for YouTube. There's a lot of other. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Jenny.